Hey folks, it's Jim. Just wanted to go over my next prepper haul. Remember, we almost have 200 cans of tuna here. I think it's 192 cans of tuna. We got 2 cases of refried beans, 2 cases of chunky chili, and 2 cases of Spam. And remember, I got the Spam at $2.50 a can. The chili was ridiculously cheap, and the refried beans were at $15 a case. Plus, I had a coupon, so I was able to get these even cheaper, I think. So I just wanted to share that with you. There's lots of good buys out there right now for your prepper pantry. And this is my latest haul. I talked about the tuna already, but now we've added some variety to the pantry, right? So either one of these would go great with rice. Well, the Spam will too, but adding a can of this to a cup of rice or this to a cup of rice, you got yourself a decent, meal that's going to fill your belly and whatnot. And, you could feed 3 people 1 cup of rice and a can of 1 can of whichever of these you wanted to choose. And you've got yourself enough to fill your belly at least, right? So 3 or 4 people if you add in a cup of rice, right? So I just wanted to share that. There are some great buys out there right now. I'm redoing my pantry. I'm adjusting a shelving area. I'm taking it out and going to a different style of storage. So right now they're sitting here waiting to go back into my little prepper storage area. But I'll be eating off this stuff for 2 years plus, right? So, I don't eat a lot of Spam, maybe once a month, twice a month. The chili, I was surprised that the Campbell's chili only had one ingredient that I didn't really want in there, which was the soy. It had a little bit of added soy protein. By the way, 26 grams of protein per can on the chili. So that's something to think about too. Are we getting the proteins? We can't just eat white rice. You're not going to do very well. So we've got to add proteins in, right? Remember your protein drinks, all that stuff. But so my prepper pantry is getting stocked up. I have 2 more cases of diced tomatoes, onions, and green peppers coming that I got on sale. And I can't remember the price, but it was so cheap. I was laughing when I clicked, add to cart. It's saving me like a ridiculous amount over what I'm paying at my local grocery store. It's crazy. Even Walmart doesn't even come close to the prices I'm paying for this stuff, right? So think about that. Think about getting out there, stocking your prepper pantry. And here we've got a great variety of input, don't we? To go, everything here will go with basic old white rice if that's all we've got, right? But there's a lot of other ways to make many. I have many different recipes for the refried beans. Obviously Spam, you can, whatever. And the chili, same thing. Add that to a cup of rice. Again, like I say, when you cook up a cup of rice, that's a lot. Then add in some protein and, you got yourself at least a meal that will fill your belly, 2 to 4 people for a meal. So there's variety in the prepper pantry, I think is important also. I do sardines, which I think is one of the healthiest sources of omega-3s. A lot of people agree on that. And that's a great source of protein, isn't it? And fat, that omega-3 fat we need. So I try and get a lot of variety in my pantry. And here we're restocking and we're getting a lot of variety, aren't we? And we've got 2 more cases of more variety coming. So, and I will keep shopping as long as they're selling this stuff this cheap. I'm going to keep shopping and stocking my prepper pantry. And I hope you're out there shopping for these good buys too. They are out there. Take the time, shop. I'm just amazed at how cheap I'm getting some of this stuff this year. But maybe you will be too. And find the things that you like that your family will eat or you will eat and add them to your pantry and start cycling them through. It's how to, take control of that food budget. We can keep it a little bit lower by buying things in bulk and saving over the long term, right? Inflation is part of life, so anytime I can beat it, I do it. Anyway, my latest restocking of my pantry. Hope you're all doing well. Jim out.